Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today I'm once again answering your questions, such as who makes the best finished watch movements, and am I buying another Ferrari? All that and more on today's episode. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my H. Moser Endeavor in rose gold with the black dial and big date. Haven't worn this in a long time. It's my dress watch. I pulled it out. I have a slightly more formal dinner tonight. I think it's a good opportunity to wear it. And also, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. We just got in a beautiful example of a Rolex green dial, green bezel Submariner, also known as the Rolex Hulk. Used to own one myself. We got in a mint condition Tudor Black Bay blue bezel in fantastic pre-owned shape. And we got in an IWC Ingenieur chronograph with the integrated bracelet, an absolute beauty, especially for the money. All that and more at delraywatch.com, the only place a watch geek should ever consider buying a pre-owned watch. Now guys, here are your questions, which I posted on Instagram, the Q&A picture. That's the only place that it happens. It happens sporadically for everybody that asks. And if you see that picture, ask me a question. Please do not DM me. I do not answer. And of course, not trying to be rude if I look down, just reading out your questions. Now, in no particular order, Bezels and Bezels asks, "Hey Fed, looking great as of late. Thank you. With the rising demand of the Bulgari Octo Finissimo, do you see the demand increasing with the Octo line that predates it? There are a lot of interesting Octo retrogrades out there. I especially like the dual-signed Gerald Genta models." Yes, I think they are. Are they going to go up massively like the new Octo Finissimo? No, but I do think the fact that the Octo Finissimo is going up, is giving Bulgari a lot of attention, and people are noticing Bulgari as a serious watchmaker, and that is making the predated models go up as well. Rightfully so, in my opinion. Joan Veliz, good friend of the channel, "Do you think FPJorn will suffer the same fate as Roger Dubuis after FPJorn is no longer with us?" No, I don't. I think they're going to use Roger Dubuis as a case study. Dubuis didn't start suffering once Dubuis died. God rest his soul. The company started suffering when Dubuis sold his company to Richemont. So Richemont tried to make it into the modern, or their version of Richard Mille, which of course was the hot thing at the time, and now classic Dubuis has shot up in value because it's more classic. I think FPJorn has his DNA and was massively successful already, whereas Dubuis, even when Dubuis was alive, was never massively successful at all, really, which is why he sold his company to Richemont instead of keeping it. So no, I don't think that will be the same fate. Matatui, "Hey Fed, always a big fan of the channel. Thank you, brother. I wanted to ask, how do you find restaurants to go to when you're traveling abroad?" Matatui, I do two things. The first thing is I ask friends who have visited or friends that I have in that city. Always, the best way to learn is word of mouth. But also, a little tradition I have, the information may start to get outdated, is I watch an Anthony Bourdain episode of that city in question. And I tend to go to where he went. I'm a big Bourdain fan. I think he made some fantastic television and certainly had a fantastic palate. And he lived life kind of like how I wanted to, rest in peace as well, Anthony Bourdain. ARB Pilot, "Hey Fed, love your content. When you're shipping a watch for a customer, do you use USPS, FedEx, or UPS? Is there one you recommend?" We personally use UPS at Delray Watch because we have a deal with them and with our insurance. FedEx and UPS are always great. Never ship ground, always ship air, and never, ever, 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 ever ship USPS. Might as well just throw your watch out the window and hope it arrives. Karim Balbaki, "Hey Fed, excluding the Holy Trinity, who makes best finished watch movements?" Karim, even including the Holy Trinity, Elan Gonzona of the big companies or of the more corporate companies has the best movement finishing, bar none. Norian. FPJorn better quality than Patek? On the lower end, absolutely. Patek changes their quality as you move up in levels, and I don't think you start getting fantastic quality until you get really perpetual calendar and higher level. Where Jorn may be less reliable than Patek, I think has the same level of quality and finishing throughout, at least for the most part. Last but not least, Manuel.Ruiz.Marv. Hey Federico, if the opportunity comes, would you buy another Ferrari? Which one would you get? Absolutely. Love Ferrari. I adore my Porsche, but I love Ferrari as well. I don't know. I'm kind of loving an F12. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but an F12, definitely on the cards for the future. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for sticking around. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really does help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And of course, catch you in the next one. Take care.